Welcome back, guys. Okay, this is another video, of which is a sponsor video. So yeah, this video has been brought to you guys by Atoto, which they do Android head units. I know a lot of people do Google this and they always check on YouTube. I did the same. Before I was doing the iPad build, excuse the noise, the car we was installing the stereo into has decided to be run out of battery, and so we need to kind of like let it rev up and all that stuff. So yeah, so if you're like me and you was looking around for an Android head unit before I went into the iPad game, much more tricky and less user-friendly than just finding an Android head unit, which does pretty much the same thing. You get your GPS, you get your maps, you have your radio and all that cool good stuff. So Atoto contacted me and they said, hey guys, we want you to try out the new Android head unit by Atoto, which is the A6. Now that is pretty much, it has all full spec GPU and all that stuff, and 4 gig of RAM, I think. You'll see it in the description. And a big bonus as well, if you see this video and you think, holy shit, I need one of those in my car right about now, you get a special discount code as well. So watching this video has benefited you as well, so that's good. So I want to say a big thank you to Racheal from Atoto. She's the person who contacted us so we can make this video happen. She said, can we put it in the 370? I said, absolutely not. So what I said is, we can probably put it into a Corsa D. Realised after she sent it, Corsa D is they're just out our style, you know. We're not that into Corsa Ds, and we only have one and it's dead old. So instead we chose another Evo, a Mitsubishi Evo 7, and it looks absolutely killer. Gonna be a feature video coming of it very shortly, so I might just hold that one to myself, but you get to see the inside, which is just as special. So let me show you what they've sent us. Bit much. Okay, so this is the Atoto A6. Packaging comes just like you would if you went to Halfords or any other sort of car place. The same as Sony head unit boxes, full of all the good stuff. So this is the A6 model, A6Y2721PB, 2G plus 32G. A lot of internal storage, 2018 model, can't go wrong. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this inside, give it the royal unboxing treatment before we go ahead and slam it into the Evo. So yeah. This is something that you guys think sounds interesting, stick along because the video is going to be pretty cool. As always, this is not how to fit a head unit. We don't do that. You guys get to see us fit it. It's going to look cool and you'll see the little features and stuff, and we'll talk about it later. So, let's go ahead and unbox it. Ready? Wow. Check. Hey. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. So if you've made it this far, you're probably ready to see what the hell this is all about and is it any good. I'm going to tell you straight away, this unit is probably the first time I've seen an Android head unit which actually just bolts in the same as a normal car stereo and then turns on. This is a big thing for me. The fact is that you can just turn your key, this stereo turns on in about 2 seconds. There's no load up time, there's no ramp up time, which usually you see with the older Android head units. You turn your car on, you realise you're already at the shops, and this thing's still loading, and that's just no good for anybody. So yeah, time for the pros and the cons. I guess let's start with the pros. Pro number 1, this thing is just a full-blown Android tablet. So you can go onto the Play Store and you can download anything that you could on an Android phone, pretty much. Anything that you'd use in the car anyway. So you want to watch YouTube, download YouTube. You want Waze, go ahead and use Waze. Number 2, you can have 2 Bluetooth devices attached at one time. So if you want one for music and the other one's a driver and he wants his phone calls or she wants her phone calls, you guys can go ahead and do that. Another big thing for me is there's a USB port, there's an SD card slot, there's also a USB port at the rear of the device if you want to use the extension cable that came with it, and then you can route that and make sure it looks somewhere fancy and neat. The touchscreen part of the device works smoothly. If you're used to using iPads where everything works like the IPS screen or whatever the hell that thing is, this thing's for you because there is no lag, there is no drag, and the best of all, it just looks so crisp. The display itself just looks fantastic. Another good thing with it being Android, you can get those Wi-Fi dongles, which are your OBD readers, and then you can download Talk. I actually think this Talk came with the device when we installed it. And that's crazy because you get to see all of your revs, you get to see everything else that you'd want to know about in your car. You can pretty much change all those physical dials for digital dials, and they do look pretty cool. We didn't get to test it, we didn't get a Wi-Fi OBD reader, however we have tried it before, and that app is pretty good. So overall, I'm gonna say this is a 2 thumbs up device. This thing, if you guys are looking for a budget, gotta remember this thing is only £200. You go to Halfords and you're gonna look at the new Sony or the new Pioneer, you could be spending anywhere from £200 all the way through to £600, depending on what you want. And if I'm honest, I really don't think that they'll have the features that this thing does. Which leads me up to the last thing, which, I mean, I could keep listing all the stuff about this head unit, but really, I'll leave the link down below and you guys can check out the Amazon link and see the whole blown specs and everything else that you need if you're interested. But for me, the final part, which really ticks that box to make me think that I could actually use this, is 100% the fact that there is Wi-Fi on board. So as soon as you pull up to your house or you have your phone tethered to it, you get updates for the stereo itself. So you're not going to be thinking, you know, this is the newest one so far, but these guys release them so often. How do I know that I'm going to be on the up-to-date Android? Like at the minute, is it Marshmallow or is it Nugget or some... I'm not a big Android guy, so I don't really know. Cockatoo. Which is just fantastic. That means you can update this and make sure it's sped up the best way it possibly can, and then you're not ever going to have to be thinking, God damn, I really wish I could use these new apps, but I can't because I'm on an old firmware. These guys are active, they reply to emails so quick, and if you have any problems at all, you're going to be covered. I mean, what's there to lose? So yeah, onto the cons, and believe me, there is very, very few. And to be honest, thinking about it, I mean, I was going to say my biggest problem with these kind of head units is it's usually a big screen. If you want to change the volume, there's still a button, or you can do it digitally, so it's really not a problem. So yeah, if you guys are thinking, you've sold it, I already want to try this out, £200, you know, that's a good deal for everything that we're getting inside that box. You can go onto the website and actually buy this and then use coupon code Atoto UK10 and save yourself 10%, which, you know, it's free. Just go ahead and use it, you know, just follow the link down below and make sure you put in Atoto UK10 and you guys are going to be saving money. More pennies for fuel, that's all I'm thinking. So that's going to be it for this. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, give it a dislike, but let us know why you didn't like it, because otherwise we're just going to ignore you. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can see more of my lovely face and my sexy voice. And if you really, really want to do it, share this video so other people can see it. That would help a huge amount. We're almost at the 2,000 subscriber mark, which is crazy. And last time, a big thank you to Racheal from Atoto for sorting us out with this head unit, because whew, it is a bit cool. Subscribe, like, and share the video if that's something that you're into. And until next time, guys, thank you again for watching. Check out the other videos if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Thing I wanted to mention before I got sent this, one of my friends had an old Android head unit, like the pre-2015 models, and that thing would take an absolute time. I think we need to turn the car off. I can't. It won't start again.